Hey guys, Al here. So I'm in the blueberry patch. As you can see, the nitro boost is no longer in there. It was probably 3 or 4 foot tall, and I decided to mow it off. So we've used some light tillage in here to fix some ruts. We are using mowing to set back things like poison ivy that keeps wanting to creep in, just so we can get in and prune the bushes without getting covered in poison ivy. And then of course we're using our cover crops, even though this is a low pH, which is good for blueberries. They like the iron availability at a lower pH. Our cover crops, Nitro Boost and Carbon Load, have done fantastic. I posted some things on our website where I have, I don't know, 4 or 5 foot, well, not 5, but probably 3 to 4 foot tall brassica tops. Huge turnips were formed. This does have decent organic matter though, but even at a lower pH, it's done really well. Which is a question we get from a lot of the food plot guys. Hey, can I grow your cover crops or your carbon load in a low pH? And like I said, this was Nitro Boost. I had soybeans and sunflowers, everything in a low pH without any fertility being applied. So you definitely can do it, especially if you can get some good rain. But what I'm doing here from a grower's perspective, or for, we work with a lot of small farmers as well, is I wanted to highlight something we talk about, which is soil structure. And this is important for the food plot guys too. So this is an area where I don't really want to alter the pH. Blueberries like a lower pH because of that iron availability. If it was a higher pH, instead of trying to put a bunch of sulfur down and lower the pH, I likely would just be applying chelated iron to fulfill that lower end of the pH spectrum. So that's something to think about too. If you don't want to spend the time or the money on trying to have some major adjustments in pH, you can always then foliar apply some nutrients, depending on what the nutrients are and stuff. Just kind of quick tip for kind of evaluating your fertility program. But here, what I decided to do is we're going to keep using cover crops, trying to just better the overall soil structure biologically. But I also put down gypsum. The calcium base saturation of the soil is about 14%. So I'm probably not going to get it up to 60. However, I don't want to alter the pH, so I'm not going to use a high cal lime here or even dolomite lime, because I'm okay with the pH being low. I'm able to grow good cover crops still. The blueberries like that lower pH, so why would I spend the money on that? But I can spend the money on gypsum to bump up the sulfur as well as the calcium in the soil without altering the pH, because remember, calcium by itself does not change pH, guys. You need the carbonate element. So just something to keep in mind. But it will give me better soil structure by adding a little bit of more calcium to that soil colloid, so on the chemical side. And then I'm going to keep using cover crops, mowing, cover crops, occasional light tillage here to fix some ruts and things like that, because we do have equipment going back and forth on here. And I don't have a no-till drill here. So that's the plan for this blueberry patch. But once I get all the ruts figured out and everything, we'll probably be in a situation where we can just mow, cover crop, foliar feed as needed. So hopefully you guys like that lesson. Just a quick tip on how you can adjust your pH, or excuse me, how you can adjust your soil structure without changing pH. Get outside, enjoy the outdoors, guys, at vitalizeseed.com.